Hey guys, welcome to the video. In this video I'm gonna show you proper, easy to follow steps on installing Windows 7, 10 and Linux Ubuntu using VirtualBox. Okay, so VirtualBox is a virtual machine by Oracle. There's another alternative for this, which is VMware, but in this video I'm gonna use VirtualBox instead. Okay, so first step is Windows 10, and there are minimum specifications for a machine to install it, which I will provide in the description below. Okay, so firstly we need to install VirtualBox. We're just gonna go to virtualbox.org/wiki/downloads, and as you can see there are Windows hosts, OS 10 hosts, Linux, and Solaris. I'm a Windows user, so I'm gonna select Windows host, but I've already downloaded it, so I'm just gonna go to downloads and then VirtualBox, and okay, so it redirects me to the install wizard. I'm gonna hit next and next. I don't want to tamper with any of these, so I'm just gonna click next, yes, and install it. Okay, so it's installing. Okay, we're good, so we can finish now, and the VirtualBox will open. Now on to installing the actual software. So we're just gonna go and click new, and I'm using Windows 10 Education for my test install, because I don't have the proper copy of the original Windows 10. So I'm gonna pick other Windows here because there are no selections for Windows 10 EDU. If you do have Windows 10, the original Windows 10, you can just go ahead and click Windows 10. But in this case, I'm gonna go with other Windows. Okay, so the recommended memory size is 512 megabyte, but I'm just gonna bump it up to 2048 megabytes. And then I'm just gonna go and create a virtual hard disk, VDI, and dynamically allocate it. I don't want to tamper with any of these. And once again, because you never know whether a file system could be corrupt or something. So I'm just gonna go ahead and click create, and we're here. So as you can see, it's still powered off. We can actually click start, but I'm just gonna go and hit settings first, just checking if everything's right in the proper place. Okay, looks good. Storage. Okay, audio. Shared folders, user interface. Okay, I guess we're good to go. Okay, now I'm just gonna go and press start. So it'll redirect me to this window called the select startup disk. This is where the virtual machine actually asks you for the ISO or disk image file of the operating system you're gonna install. So I'm gonna install Windows 10 EDU, and I'm just gonna find the disk image file. There it is. I put it in an external hard disk. It will not change the performance of the installation whatsoever, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay, so I'm just gonna drag it up here so you can see it a little better. Okay, now setup is starting, and now it's time to activate Windows, but I do not have a product key, so I'm just gonna click on that, and I'm just gonna hit accept the license terms. If you wanna read it, go ahead, feel free to do it. Okay, so custom install and 20 gigabytes of free space, just like I allocated it in the first place. Okay, so it's getting ready for installation. This may take a while, so be patient. Okay, so we're almost finished up, and then now the Windows need to restart continue. So when it's restarting, it's not actually restarting your computer, it's just restarting the machine, because it's a virtual machine, quote unquote, so you're not actually restarting your PC whatsoever, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay, now it's loading again. It's restarting again. Okay, so now you can join a local Active Directory domain, so it'll be easier for you, and enter your username. I'm just gonna click my name, put my name in, and hit next, and it'll load up for several minutes again. Okay, so that's it. Now you have a fully operational Windows 10 on your VirtualBox machine. You can remove it if you want to. It's really that simple. But I'm just gonna keep it for now. Okay, so next up is Ubuntu. We're gonna try to install it in the same virtual machine in VirtualBox. So first we need to download Ubuntu in ubuntu.com/download/desktop. Okay, so we're gonna want to download this version right here, Ubuntu 16.04.3 LTS, because this version of Ubuntu has long-term support, which means 5 years until April 2021 of free security and maintenance updates guaranteed. This version right here, the 17.10.1 version, is only a 9-month version, so it'll update in the next 9 months. So you don't want that. You would want the long-term choice for this. So I've downloaded it. I've downloaded the operating system, and now I can just hit new, name it, and as you can see, it directly types in Linux and uses Ubuntu as a version. So I'm gonna pick 64-bit. Recommend memory size is 1024 megabytes. I'm gonna bump it up again to 2048 megabytes, and recommended size of the hard disk 10 gigabytes. I'm just gonna go ahead and hit next, and I don't want to tamper with any of these, just like before. So I'm gonna create, and now you can see it's powered up again. Okay, so before starting, I'm gonna go to settings, and I'm gonna check whether everything is good. So okay, about the shared clipboards and drag and drop. Okay, so I'm gonna set this to bidirectional, so this allows you to transfer files between your host operating system and the operating system inside the virtual machine. So it'll be more convenient that way. Okay, so I'm gonna check other settings, make sure everything is good. Okay, looks good. No problem here. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and press start. Okay, so the startup disk, I'm gonna go to the ISO image file of the operating system. In this case, I saved it in my external hard drive. Here it is, so 16.04.3, and I'm gonna hit start. It's pretty much the same with the Windows 10 installation, so it's pretty easy once you get to know how. If you did the Windows 10 installation already, so it won't be so hard to do this one as well. Okay, so we're loading up. Now, I don't want to try Ubuntu. I want to install it because this is gonna be used in the virtual machine. So I'm gonna hit install Ubuntu and download updates while installing it, and install third-party software. This selection helps you to install like the players and the maybe some of the Wi-Fi or driver adapters whatsoever. So you're gonna want to check on that, and you want to erase disk and install Ubuntu. Okay, so note that this doesn't actually erase the disk in your host computer, your host operating system. So it'll only clear up the disk that you've allocated for this operating system inside the virtual machine. So you're gonna want to click install now and continue. And it's loading. Okay, so I'm gonna pick a time zone. I'm right here in Jakarta. Hit continue. And about the keyboard layout, it's really up to you. I'm gonna use the standard English US keyboard, and I'm gonna hit continue, and I'm gonna insert my name. You can name it whatever you want. Feel free to do it. And the difference here in Windows is you need to it requires a password, so you can't leave it empty, and it has to be a minimum of 6 characters. So I'm gonna type in my password here, and I'm gonna continue, and it's installing. This may take a while. Okay, so installation is complete. I'm gonna restart the machine. Okay, and now we're in. So as you can see, Ubuntu 16.04 LTS. I'm gonna type in my password. Check if it works. Oh, sorry. Yeah, okay. You may see it glitching, it's completely normal. Okay, so we're in. And that's how you install Ubuntu on a virtual machine. Okay, so now Windows 7 on VirtualBox, same deal. We're just gonna go ahead and download Windows 7 ISO or disk image file. I'm gonna leave every link I used in the description. So I'm gonna download the Windows 7 64-bit architecture, and I've already downloaded it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and click new and name my operating system Windows 7. Make sure everything's correct. Okay, and I'm gonna hit next. Recommend memory size. I'm just gonna keep it that way, and a virtual hard disk. Okay, so I don't want to tamper with these once again. create. So now we're in, it's still powered off. I'm just gonna go to settings real quick and change the advanced settings and set share clipboard and drag and drop to bidirectional, which allows me once again to transfer files between my host operating system and the operating system inside the virtual machine. Okay, so I'm gonna check the other settings. Everything looks good. Okay, so I'm gonna hit OK and I'm gonna start. Okay, so the startup disk, I'm gonna go ahead and find the path where I saved the ISO, and I save it here in downloads. I'm gonna open that and start. Okay, so now we're in install Windows. I'm gonna hit next and press install now. Okay, so I'm just gonna accept the license terms and hit next and custom install, and this is the disk that I allocated from the virtual machine. So I'm gonna hit next there and let it install for a moment. Okay, so we're almost finished, and it's gonna restart your machine, not your actual machine, once again, just the virtual machine. Okay, so now it's restarting. Okay, so now we're in. I'm just gonna type in my username. Okay, hit next and type in a password. Okay, you don't actually have to type in a password. I'm just gonna try it for this time, and you're gonna skip the product key install. Okay, so I'm gonna go to public network and it's preparing. And that's it. You've successfully installed Windows 7 through a virtual machine. Okay, so I'm gonna put the minimum specifications for every operating system down in the description. That includes Linux and Windows 10. So guys, thank you for watching the video. Any feedback would be helpful, and see ya.